Welcome back to my channel. Today I will tell you how you can transfer data wirelessly between two systems. There are two easiest methods. First is using a shared folder, and second is using nearby sharing. I will explain both methods to everyone now. So without wasting any time, let's move towards the video. Welcome to my channel, Technichio. First, I will transfer data using a shared folder. For that, I will go into Settings, Open Network and Internet Settings. Scroll down, go into Advanced Network Settings, and then open Advanced Sharing Settings. Here I will turn on Network Discovery. This will allow other systems to discover me on the network via my IP. Then I will turn on File and Printer Sharing. The name explains itself. It is for sharing files and printers over the network. Then I will expand the All Networks tab and here turn on Public Folder Sharing so that anyone on the same network can access my shared folder. Lastly, I will turn off Password Protected Sharing so that when we access the network, we don't have to enter a password. Before leaving, I will also turn on these settings for the private network as a precaution so that if I ever switch to a private network, I don't face any issues. After all the settings are complete, now I will create a folder in any of my drives. Then go to its properties, open the Share tab, and from here I will share this folder. Clicking on Share will ask me who to share it with. If you want to add a specific user, you can do that. If you choose everyone, then anyone on the same network will be able to access this folder. The owner is already added. I will add everyone, and here you can change the read and write permissions. If you want everyone to only copy the data in your folder, but not delete or edit it, then give only read permission. If you allow both read and write, then anyone can delete it and also paste into that folder. So I will give both read and write permissions and share the folder. After processing, my folder will be shared. I will open it and create a new text document inside for confirmation. But to access it on the sender's system, I need to see this system's IP. You can also access it by computer name, but I will use the IP. So I will go back into Network Settings, go into Wi-Fi since I am using Wi-Fi. If you are using an Ethernet cable, you would go there. And here I will click on the connected Wi-Fi, and below I will get my IP address, which is 192.168.1.8. Now I will go to the sender's system, and here first I will change the network settings as I did on the receiver's system, meaning turn on network discovery and file and printer sharing for both private and public networks. Then turn on public folder sharing under all networks and turn off password protected sharing. Now I will come to the desktop and open the Run dialog by pressing the Windows plus R key, and here I will type the receiver's IP address with two backward slashes first. It will look like this: //192.168.1.8. Pressing Enter, all the shared folders of the system with that IP address will appear in front of me, and I will also see the shared folder here. If I open it, you will also find that text file inside. Now, if I paste any data into this folder, it will also be available on the receiver's system. For example, I will copy the thumbnails folder from my D drive and paste it into the shared folder. And if I now open that shared folder from the receiver system, you will see the thumbnails folder. This way, you can access this shared folder from any system on the same network and send or receive data. Now I will tell you all about the second method, which is nearby sharing. The nearby sharing feature is available in Windows 10 and 11. Through it, systems communicate via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and after connecting with each other, they transfer data. So to turn on this feature, I will open Quick Settings, and here scrolling down, I will find the Nearby Sharing feature. I will turn it on. I will right-click on it and go into Nearby Sharing Settings. Here you can see that Nearby Sharing has shifted from off to everyone nearby. From here you can also change the location for received data. By default, it goes to the current user's Downloads folder. If you want, you can also change the discoverable name, but I will leave it as it is. Now I will go to the sender's system. Here too I will turn on Nearby Sharing from Quick Settings. Now I will go to the D drive, and here I will select all my thumbnails, because with Nearby Sharing you cannot share folders, only files. So after selecting all the thumbnails, I will click on Share, and here I will get the Nearby Sharing option. Choosing it, a list of nearby devices will appear in front of me where my receiver system is showing with the name Technichio. So I will select it and the file transfer will start. But first, I will get a notification on the receiving system. I will accept it, and then it will start. So on the receiving system's notification center, you will get a nearby sharing notification that someone is trying to send you files. Would you like to accept? I have already accepted it. After accepting, the files will be received at your set location. For example, I chose downloads. So if I go to downloads, you will find all the thumbnails here. So with these two easy methods, you can transfer data wirelessly between any systems as long as they are on the same network. In the next video, I will tell you all how to install macOS on a non-bootable MacBook without any USB. So don't miss my next video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Technichio, and hit the bell icon so that you'll never miss an update from our channel. Together, let's end tech tantrums. Thank you.